Hello and what is up, everyone? Welcome back to game 2 between Immortals and Team Secret. This is PGL Dota 2 Open, second minor of the season in Bucharest, and Secret did lose to Immortals game 1 with their Arc Warden. They lose with one cancer here. They're going to pick another one here as they last pick Huskar for Ace here. They did get their Chen this time around as well. Didn't get to check out the bans here. It looked like what did they have? Spirit Breaker? That would have been banned out? I don't know. Because Chen was banned out, I know, in the last game. But I guess this time around, Immortals maybe feel like they had a plan with against it. They do have an off-lane Bounty Hunter, actually, going for the Poor Man's Shield. Interesting. And they also picked up the Winter Wyvern once again for Dubu. And now this time around, instead of Night Stalker, we have Febby on the Spirit Breaker. Night Stalker, I think, probably was banned out. So let's see what Puppy's Chen can do. Secret's Chen is pretty good. They have a decent win rate with it, and a lot of teams did have to ban it out. We saw that at Star Series. So I wonder what their idea here is with this Bounty Hunter offlane pick. It can't really pressure Huskar that well. At least I don't think so. Actually, in the first few levels he can. I think Bounty Hunter level 2, with some help from the Spirit Breaker, can put a decent amount of pressure onto Ace. With the Janata, I mean, I guess he doesn't have Orb of Venom, but the Spirit Breaker will. They can just run down the Huskar and give him a hard time. This Huskar doesn't really get powerful until he hits level 3 with the 2 points in Burning Spear. Of course, level 1 he only has Burning Spear. Doesn't do much. It actually does pretty low damage. You can actually heal up most of the damage with just a Tango. In the bottom lane, we're gonna have an interesting matchup here. They actually have a safe lane Pugna on the side of Immortals. They picked up Pugna in the last game as well, and Immortals really like this hero. With their playstyle, they kind of just constantly want to run at you, and this hero allows them to do that because, I mean, Pugna has no cooldowns really other than his ultimate, which still is on a pretty low cooldown at 22 seconds, and then he also allows them to push the towers and constantly fight within the Nether Ward, which is really annoying for teams to fight into. Not only does it do a bunch of damage, but it also has a mana regen reduction, which in prolonged period of time will cause you to lose mana, and without mana it's hard to fight, right? So I think this lane will favor MP. I don't see Brewmaster getting ahead in this lane, but maybe you can figure something out. Again, Pugna usually just uses nukes to last hit, so I don't know why Fodder actually put the 1 point in Drunken Haze. Well, I think it's still a good level 1. Prevents some extra harass coming out onto him. But Puppy moving in on the top lane already with this Hellbears to harass Flora. They have the Sentry, but in the meantime though, Febby did go for a charge mid onto mid 1, cancels it, and mid 1 salves up. He's just fine and dandy here. And it's going to be a 3v2 mid pretty much. It's interesting. Dubu and Febby both playing together in the mid lane, and Yaps are here to protect mid 1 at all costs, and they also have kill potential onto the Bloodseeker. At any point in time, if Febby and Dubu show in another lane, Yaps will just immediately jump onto Kyo to do some damage. So I think this is the reason why Immortals is putting so much heroes or pressure onto the mid lane with 2 heroes instead of just 1, because let's say Dubu just shows bottom to pull or whatever, and they realize he is bottom, Yaps are just going to roll onto mid, and he realizes that he doesn't really have a play to make mid, so he's going to look to make one bottom instead. But again, the Pugna is not that easy of a kill. It's very fast, and he even went for a casual over Venom here. I'm going to have a charge onto Yapser. He's taking a lot of damage here. Gets hit by the blast, and the over Venom doing a ton of damage. Maybe it is enough to finish him off. No, it isn't. He heals up with the Tango, and Fada gets out as well. Fada salves up, MP salves up as well, and they're going to resume their laning. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kyo is coming ahead in this lane. And the thing is, Puppey actually usually gets a lot more done with his Chen, but in this game, we haven't really felt his impact. He did pressure the top lane a little bit with that tomato creep, but other than that, there's not much coming out from him. But did secure the Huskar's lane, which is pretty important. I did say that the Bounty Hunter definitely can pressure Huskar really early on, and Puppey was there to make sure that that wasn't going to happen. Febby charging onto Fada in the bottom lane. Fada just gonna give him 2 slaps, a crit to the face, and walk it off. While in the mid lane, there's a dive here onto mid one. Kyo with the move speed. There should be a kill. Dubu with the slows, and that's first blood going to Kyo. He tanks some tower shots here, but he's just gonna be just fine. That will be very fast boots for him if he decides to go for that. Or he can maybe want to build towards a Midas. Actually, he's sticking around for a long time. Yapster comes in with a stun, but he won't have enough damage to finish off Kyo. And yep, he will buy his phase boots as well as his salve, and that'll allow him to heal up. DD Rune spawning the bottom lane. Yapster will snag that one up. Febby not able to contest there. He's also completely out of mana, so you'll have to walk back to base. On the bottom lane, MP is coming ahead in this lane as expected. There's not much that Fada can really do here against the nuking power of this Pugna, but MP is out of mana now, so maybe Fada will have a little bit of time where he actually play aggressive in this lane, and Yapster realizes this. And with the DD, he's making his movement down into the bottom lane. MP only has mana for 1 nuke. He does have magic wand, but here comes the stun, the roll as well. Gets the nuke off. He still has the magic wand, 13 charges. He's holding it, now he will use it, but he's still in a lot of trouble. Fada comes in, they block him in, and 2 heroes, they will finish off the kill. First kill on the board for Team Seiko. On the top lane, Dubu goes straight onto Ace. They realize that there is a vulnerability here in the safe lane. Without the support there, they will secure the kill there. So it will be a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day, or a 1-for-2 as Forev dies to the fire. The Burning Spears will finish him off. But it's still going to favor Secret, I believe. They're okay with Huskar dying there. He got the kill, so he got a little bit of gold out. And at the end of the day, it was a 2-for-1, and the whole time Puppey was farming up. He has a bit of an army now with a Mud Golem as well as a Wild Wing Ripper, but those are not the 2 best creeps he could hope for. I think at this point in the game, Secret will look to group up Yapster and Puppey and make plays with them. However, both of them are standing directly on a ward placed by Dubu, but Immortals realize this, and they're still going to try to make the play into mid one. They know that they can actually do it without the reaction coming in time, because they see Puppey standing all the way up there. They're even going to follow up the Rupture onto Puppey. Oh, they got to watch for the Tornado. It actually does a lot of damage. Kyo, oh, we'll be just fine. He's going to heal up on creeps, and get the denies, get the last hits, and he'll tank the Tornado just fine. And Dubu is also quite low, but they have a shrine, and that's a 4-man shrine. It's a value shrine. On the bottom lane, MP looked like he attempted to kill there onto Fada, but he was able to TP out. No problemo. Forev going for the casual bracer. I don't know if it's actually drums. I love to say drums, but it might just be a casual bracer. We saw that from the Doom in the last game, played by Fada. So Ace, with that engagement in the mid lane, will be back to free farming, and he'll have a relatively fast armlet. Again, the Bounty Hunter wasn't able to pressure him at all, so he's pretty much had free farm to this point. Except for that 1 death, of course. And he even has a little bit of a stack for himself here. Is there a stack in the jungle for him? I mean, I guess Puppey will just take this stack by himself. Mid one, walking back to base. He's not had the greatest game, dying twice already. And Kyo starting to put a lot of pressure onto the tower as well, doing a decent amount of damage here. Tower's already down to below half HP. The charge coming in onto Fada. Fada will... Alright, he's gonna be fine. Charge is cancelled, but the tower pressure coming out for Immortals, and I think this is huge for them. If they can get both these towers before the 10-minute mark, that's actually incredibly big. I mean, Secret, without that map control, again, they're going to run into the problem. that they did in the last game, and they're losing their map control a lot earlier than they did in the last game. The last game, a lot of it was just early game trades, but in this patch, you can't really afford to lose these early towers, especially with like a hero like Chen. If you just get choked up where you can't even enter your jungle anymore, Chen is actually useless. If he loses his creeps, I mean, it can't walk back to the jungle to get more. I mean, what is he? Just a damage amp and a nuke send back, I guess. The bright side, Secret is having free farm on their Huskar, or a very good farm on their Huskar at least. So he will be the saving grace of everything. But if he like gets ganked or goes down and starts feeding kills away to Immortals, this game's going to be quite rough just from the drafts alone. Immortals really love this Pugna Bloodseeker combo, and it's actually incredibly strong. Beating Blood Rage into the Nether Blast, and Forev actually was the second most highest damage dealer in the last game on his team, or in the whole game, I think. So Pugna is a quite scary hero when they don't have the right answers to him. And in this game, I feel like the only answer is either set him in the air, or I mean, I guess the Huskar. He doesn't really do anything with the Huskar, but the rest of the heroes do quite well against Huskar. You see here, they're gonna get a kill onto him. They're gonna heal up as well to save QO, but he's still gonna die to mid one's fire, and mid one gets himself out as well. In the meantime, bottom lane's being pressured just by creeps at this point. Again, Puppy's playing a pretty slow game. He realized that he can't actually get a lot done against these heroes, and I think that this is Immortals' plan from the beginning. They know that they could pick good heroes to deal with the Chen, so they might have skipped on banning out. Instead of banning the Chen, they probably banned something else, maybe Night Stalker, I don't know what. I know the IO was probably banned in the first phase, as it's a hero that Immortals really loves. And it's going to be the first tier 1 of the game for Immortals, but keep in mind the mid tower did take a lot of damage, as well as the bottom tower. And we're looking at the engagement happening here as Yapser rolls in, gets stunned up by Febby. We're going to see a bash maybe, but there's the Brewmaster ultimate committed, going to send the Spirit Breaker into the air. MP comes in with a cleanup onto the Earth Spirit. Febby charges in onto Puppy. He gets caught by the Splinter Blast, and they want Fodder here as well. Gets the silence off in time, and look at that. That is Immortals Dota grouping up very early, and they will get that kill as well. In the meantime, though, mid one also died in the mid lane to, I don't know who killed him. It was just QO. With just the move speed, that was with Rupture? No, you... Hold on. Actually, I have no idea. I was watching the fight happen top, but mid one did end up dying there. He tries to man up onto MP. And Ember is a pretty good answer to the Pugna, as he can tank a lot of the magic damage with his Flame Guard. So they do have the answers to Pugna, but they don't have the answers to Pugna Siege, is the thing. Their only initiation is the Earth Spirit, as I mentioned before, and the Brewmaster, but his ultimate is on a bit of a cooldown. And he also needs to get a Blink Dagger, which he does have one now. I guess Ember can go as well, but he doesn't really want to jump straight in there. They definitely have the counter initiation and the ability to prevent him from dealing his damage. And most of it is the Spirit Breaker. If Ember remnants aggressively, Spirit Breaker will punish him heavily for that. And of course, Winter Wyvern has a decent save, but of course it doesn't protect against the magic damage, of course. But we're going to see engagement in the bottom lane. Winter's Curse will be used to save Febby, while solo kill from Forev onto Puppy's Chen. Deep under the tower as well. How did that happen? In the bottom lane, we're going to see an engagement. Roll onto Febby. We're going to get the jump as well, but Febby just charges away. No sweat. Puppy trying to cut him off, but he's going to be just fine. Has an urn as well. Can shrine up. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Ace looking to take the tower. This is going to be the first tower of the game for Secret. Mid tower did fall. Puppy just moving some creeps, and MP, look how much damage they really do this top tower. There's the Rupture onto mid one. He already remnanted in. He only has one remnant left. Fada comes in, gets the stomp onto QO. Primal Split will be committed as well. Sends Pugna into the air. But Kyo is here and he is fast. Pops the magic wand. He has the drums. He's running fast. And with Febby, that's going to increase his move speed as well. Ace TPs in, gets immediately ulted by Febby. They're going to actually blow him up with MP. Who says Huskar is immune to magic damage? Because it's actually not that much magic immunity. But that's a Decrepify and a Nether Blast. That's a lot of damage. And speaking of Decrepify, Nether Blast, there's another one onto Fada. They get a TP cancel as well with the Winter's Curse. MP sucking for the HP. Hero punching creeps for the HP. And the charge comes in on the backline as well. They want more. They won't find more, but they will get the kill there onto Fada. I think he tried to deny himself there, and he was not successful in doing so. In the meantime, Puppey is really unsure what he can do with his hero. He's been farming up pretty much the whole game, 0 and 3. I would say he pretty much has 0 impact in this game so far, and he's going to get charged up and might just feed a track killer to 4F. Keep in mind, this offlane bounty hunter, I mean, all these kills are giving so much gold to Immortals. Just look at the net worth advantage and what they've gone to at this point with just these kills. They're 10 kills ahead of Secret at this point. That's just one kill. That's a 500 gold swing and more. And in top lane, another rupture onto mid one. He will be just fine, but I mean, it's forcing him to stand in place and not farm. And the Q in the meantime is just hitting some neutrals. What build is he going? Another straight EKB from him? Yeah, he's going for the mana build. He wants to just run in there and be a frontliner for his team, as they don't really have another one other than like the Spirit Breaker. And Ace, I mean, as a Huskar, he's hadn't had the greatest impact. He just wasn't able to fight. And again, like Pugna, like normally you see him as like kind of a bad hero against Huskar because he's all magic damage, right? But the Decrepify actually hurts Huskar significantly. He's not able to attack during the cut, and I mean Huskar is not attacking. He's not doing anything at that point. He's not dishing out damage at all. Oh, and Dubu gets the Winter's Curse there onto mid one. We'll keep him alive, and they're gonna fear for mid one's life. Actually committing the send back. It will save his life, but Puppey will lose his life in return though. So it's gonna come at a cost to save mid one there. In the meantime, though, look how aggressive 4F is playing. He also went for a drum, so they're doubling up on the drums. They're doubling up on their aggression, and they've pulled all their gold that they got from these tracks into these early game fighting items that will allow them to just constantly run at Secret. They're putting so much pressure, but Secret is managed to hold on for now. I mean, again, they've lost all map control, and this is rendering Chen to be a pretty much useless hero. It's kind of a similar situation that Duo was in the last game, but again, a Winter Wyvern can be behind, and especially in the 5 position, and still have an impact in the game. But I feel like I don't know what Puppey can do. I mean, he's buying the wards now, I guess, and I mean that's all he can provide for his team. Is going for mech, and this is very rare for Puppey. Normally you see him really take over the early game and go for items like Midas and to Ags and things like that, and he plays pretty much as like the 4 position, and sometimes as like even the 3 position in terms of his position on his team, where he gets more fun than Fada even. But in this game, he's not able to do anything because they don't have the map control. They've lost so many towers already. That's 4 towers dead. The bottom tower is low, and it's no doubt the next target that Immortals wants to take down. MP is so farmed on this Pugna, level 12 with the Aether Lens and the Yule Scepter. I don't know what Secret's game plan is, but I guess maybe they can look to do something with the DD rune here onto the Huskar. They certainly have to stay together. If they split up at all, expect Immortals to just run at them with that track, and oh, Winter's Curse will be used, and it actually is effective. They already lose Yaps, or Ace mans up. He has no other choice, but he will go down. The Winter's Curse committed, but the Winter's Curse used to kill the Panda Spirit there, and Panda is still not going to get out. Doesn't have the tornado creep, and with that he will just lose his life. Cannot TP out. Has the Yules to cancel. Febby looking to already set up a mid lane. Here comes a charge. It will get cancelled by good searing chains, but the rest of Immortals will push into the bottom lane. They got the BKB onto the Bloodseeker, so Kyo can just man up and the only casualty there was Forev, but he got the tracks off. He did his job. And Ace going for a halberd, but I don't know if that's really gonna help him. He's actually dying to like just the random damage from Immortals and not just the Bloodseeker. Again, halberd gonna help against Bloodseeker, but I mean, that's it. It's one hero, and definitely will help his survivability there against Kyo, but he is dying to magic damage actually. There's just so much of it. And we got damage over time as well from the Winter Wyvern. Hard for him to toggle through that. Mid one, did go for the Boots of Travel build, and he's just looking to split push. That's his only game plan, but look how fast these towers fall. Look at the chunk onto the tower with just one Nether Blast. We're gonna just use the Cold Embrace there to keep the creep alive, and the suck from long range just gonna kill Fada. You can't do anything about that. There's no Force Staffs yet on the side of Secret. He'll popping the BKB. He's manning up. He has the Aegis. He has no fear. Mid one has to use his remnants just to get back. There's only 2 alive on the side of Secret, and Immortals taking over this game. They still have the Aegis. Keep that in mind. This should be a Rax. Actually, maybe not. It's only 19 minutes in the game. The cooldowns on the death timers are really low still, but I mean, Immortal's not going to back down. They're not the team to back down. Look at that. The long range suck with the amplified damage from the Blood Rage. However, that's pretty good double remnant from mid when he comes in there, gets the Aegis kill, but Winter's Curse onto Fada. That's a huge kill. That's a really good Winter's Curse from Dubu. Ace manning up. He will get the kill there onto Kyo, and this might be a disaster for Immortals. They need to retreat, but they're not doing it. They're just manning up and fighting. They don't care. The Splinter Blast doesn't hit onto Yapster, but the blast will. He dies. MP wants to kill there onto Puppy, but his cooldown is up, so he will just have to back off. But Ace is in. He gets the leap onto MP. No TP cancel though, so he's out of there. Alright. I mean, Secret do manage to hold, however, Immortals take the tier 3. They can take the shrines anytime they want, pretty much, as they still are incredibly hard to fight into. MP goes for the Dagon build. This is mid one's patented build, actually, the Dagon Pugno into the Blink, and it allows you to just solo kill heroes that are out of position. Like this Chen is food. Yapster is food at this point as well. It's pretty uncommon for you to see Yapster just far behind in terms of net worth at this point. I mean, he's actually 5 position in this game, and it's just because, again, Secret are losing all these fights, giving track gold away, and they're losing all map control as well. They have no towers left, even have lost the tier 3, and once they lose the shrine, they will have no hold on the map anymore. Kyo will go back into a Radiance, which is a pretty good pickup for him. Help him out. That's more damage over time. That's more cancer for Secret to deal with, and they're looking for kill here onto mid one. It's going to be very hard though, as he can just easily slide a fist and blink away, or even remnant away just like that. Now they're hoping that he wasn't paying attention to his hero there, but he was. Febby with the charge in. Yapster gets the kick, will cancel it. And again, Secret's game plan is for mid one to split push, and the rest of the heroes kind of just have to sit in the base. That's their only option. So there's going to be no farm on the Fada, no farm on the Puppy, no farm to Yapsor, and the only heroes getting items will be Ace and mid one, and there's only so much they can do. They're decent picks in this game. Again, I said Ember is a pretty good pick against Pugna, not a bad pick against Bloodseeker either because of his ability to just remnant out, but Immortals is just so far ahead that it doesn't matter that the matchups aren't really that favorable in terms of core to cores, because the rest of Secret's lineup have nothing. And we got the charge here onto mid one. He doesn't get the cancel off. They're gonna get this stun. This is just gonna scare him. He will be able to get out still. There's a sleight of fist. Oh, the blink gets cancelled with the urn in the last attack, but mid one's still okay. He will be forced to back off though. Has a region rune, so he's not too unhappy about that. While there's this fight going on, MP just gets a kill there, a track kill I believe, onto Yapsor. Or a falling low will die to the remnant. The charge comes in onto Chen, and Master Alternate will be committed. Febby's really tanky, has the full pipe completed, so I mean, he's just gonna be able to walk it off. We're gonna see maybe a kill here onto MP. However, they have to watch out. He's nuking down the spears. He will get stunned up. Cold Embrace, not enough to keep him alive in the meantime, though. Febby charges in, gets a kill there onto Puppy, and Winter's Curse will be used to cancel Fada, but he managed to blink out. Again, you can't be damaged during the Winter's Curse. However, Kyo, what are you doing in the bottom lane? He's trying to hit the racks or something, but he's in a lot of trouble now. His BKB is now on cooldown. He finishes his radius. He's going to man up, get stunned by Yapsor, and he will fall as Fada blinks in. I think Immortals flubbing a little bit here. They have to be careful. If Secret can get back in this game and get farm onto Yapsor and even Puppy, they're going to have a hard time actually ending, as they have offlane Bounty Hunter. So they need to actually scale and continue to snowball. I mean, we're going to see a fight break out over here. Mid one goes on to 4F. He just pops his Blade Mail. He's manning up. Alright, Blade Mail, Bounty Hunter, but it's not going to save him there. They're feeding more kills away to Secret at this point. Again, they have to be cautious about this. They don't have a free game for sure. They need to really snowball and end the game like that. Of course, they always have the Bloodseeker Pugna combination, but they need to be ahead for that to work. Otherwise, they actually will have the opportunity to just initiate and clean up the fight with Secret, and they're kind of getting to that point. I think once the Ember Spirit finishes up the Radiance, they have the Blink Dagger onto mid ones. Are going to blink in instead of using his Remnant, and then he'll have Remnant as an escape mechanism. And they also have Yapsor starting to get his levels up now, almost hitting level 12. I mean, Earth Spirit is a very good high ground defense hero. Immortals got to be careful. They got to reel it back a little bit. But, I mean, MP doesn't care though. Oh, look at the damage. That's the Blink Dagger Pugna. Just got right in there. Has the Arcane Rune as well. And it will force mid one to back. So they can do those kills or those cheeky plays all day. But I don't see them actually kill mid one as long as he plays it properly. Now at this point we have a smoke coming out from Secret. They're looking for a gank, and they will find that as they jump straight onto Dubu. That's a pretty big initiation, and they don't manage to kill him off though as he gets the Winter's Curse off. Now we're going to have the fight break out as Kyo pops his BKB. Rupture onto Ace will force him to stand still, and instead he'll go for Puppy. They finally will lose the Winter Wyvern, but Kyo falling really low. However, he's so fast, and oh, for it, look at that damage. And the Dagon, mid one will fall. He ran out of remnants, didn't have a blink, and he dies to the magic nukes. But MP will feed his life away for it though. The charge comes in, and this is actually looking like a pretty decent fight for Secret, but no, there's a fast Bloodseeker who's healed up a lot, and he's gonna run in. Ace is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna be finished off. Kyo with a double kill. Charge comes in from 4F, wasn't needed, and Immortals will come ahead victorious in that fight. A lot of that was just Kyo's ability to kite. I mean, he easily could have died there, and that would have been a really good fight for Secret, but he was moving too fast, and he's manning up. Gets the Rupture there onto Fada, forcing him back, and they're going to get a Rax here for sure. Kyo does quite a bit of damage at this point, and it will force the Fortify out of Team Secret. Will they actually buy back to defend here, or they'll just let the Rax go? I think they will just let the Rax go. Yeah, Huskar bought out, and this Rax will surely fall. Actually, no, they barely don't have enough damage. I feel like if they just focused the melee first, they would have gotten it, but maybe they're afraid of the buybacks. They're just looking to get the guaranteed set of Rax, or the guaranteed Rax. So melee Rax doesn't go down there for Secret, and they're still in the game. They're definitely not out of it by far. You know, looks pretty bad with the score being 29-13. Mid one gets caught there immediately. The Yules gets rid of his Flame Guard item. Very good against him. I'm going to send the Catapult from Puppy just to scout out Roshan, which is up. And Immortal's going to go for it. They have the Solar Crest onto 4F, and they can do it fairly quickly. Look at that. They're actually chunking through it. But this is not going to come without a fight from Secret. We're smoked up. Ace is currently tracked, so definitely know something is up here. Yapster puts a high ground ward here. This will just help if a team fight breaks out, and they will scare Immortals away from the Rosh pit. And Radiant's almost up onto mid one, but he still needs about 1,000 more gold. But if he can get that before the next fight, I say it's a huge pickup for him. The BKB is getting low for Kyo as he's picked it up as his first item, and Radiant is definitely going to be the changing factor. They do already have a pipe though on the side of Immortals, so that will be able to mitigate a lot of the damage. But again, Secret already have so much magic damage with just the Earth Spirit and the Ember that they're pretty good. However, that's a big problem though, losing fodder like that. Charge comes in from Febby, but he does have buyback and he will use it. And they're going to roll in. They're looking to bait this fight. Yapster comes in with a good initiation, gets a 3-man silence, doesn't get MP though, and he will get nuked down. However, Kyo is so fast, he runs in there, takes out Puppey, no problem. And now, Ace in a lot of trouble. He's ruptured up, and he cannot move. He's actually not ruptured, or it expired. And they'll only lose Dubu for now. Febby should fall here as well. Yep, gets caught by the Searing Chain. That's going to be a 2-for-3 trade if you count fodder there, since he had to buy back. And what the heck is this? Is this real? Might. What? You have 2 halberds on the Huskar, new meta build from Ace. I don't know how this happened. This has to be a bug, right? What in the world am I watching right now? Well, this is Immortals vs Team Secret Game 2. We have a double halberd on the Huskar as we have initiation here onto Winter Waver, and Dubu will fall. Ace gets ruptured once again. Dubu buys back immediately. We'll be able to TP. No, never mind. He doesn't have TP. He has to walk all the way back here. That's a very slow trek for the Winter Waver on the backline. I hear Dagon. Mid one gets caught, and he's taking so much damage. The heal from Puppey is not enough as Kyo has managed to catch up. They're going to get Puppey here as well. He's burning down to the Radiance. He will fall for sure. Double halberd, not doing too much in the back line. The charge comes onto Yapster. He dies as well, and this is a big problem for Fada. He doesn't have buyback, and he will die here. And I think this is game. Everyone is dead. No one has buyback, and you mentioned that Winter Wyvern did buy back there, but I mean they take the fight. Right, we got a double evasion. I mean, see how much Ace can do here, but this is another set of racks for sure. Or actually, they didn't get the set bottom. They still have to melee to work through, but this is gonna die within seconds, and mid will die within seconds as well, as MP is doing a ton of damage at this point. And he's just buying up the Dagon. He doesn't care. And oh no, Puppey. That's a track kill. It's another track kill, and Dubu just popping the tower down with the Arctic Burn. Alright, it doesn't really work on towers, but it will give him the extra range. Ace jumps in. He's trying to do anything to defend. They don't want to lose to Mega Creeps, and they might just have to as Ace falls. He'll buy back immediately. Fada's up in 5 seconds. They already have mid one here, and they'll get the kill there onto Febby. Febby actually buys out, so he won't have buyback. Ace comes in, gets to jump onto, or actually he lost buyback somehow. I don't know what that was. He has it again. And now Immortals will just back off. So game's not over quite yet. There's still a chance. They didn't have to use the buyback on the Ember because he didn't have it. Ace did have to buy back. Now he's just stuck with this clowny looking build. And in the meantime though, Immortals maybe looking to go into the Rosh Pit, but I don't think they need to right away. Again, they still don't have Febby, but they're still looking to fight actually 4v5. However, that's a huge kill. MP goes down. They get the jump onto Forev as well as Dubu, and that is 2 kills for Ace. He's still under his buyback, unfortunately, and Keel gets caught though. He runs away in illusion to bait, but the jig is up. He's sent in the air here. They sent him back down. He still has the BKB. He will pop it. He'll keep running away. Forev buys back into this one, but again, MP doesn't have his. However, I don't think it is needed as Keel is so strong at this point. Godlike onto him. They just can't kill him. He's too powerful with the Radiance. And the Manta style, look how fast. He's running like Sonic. Ace dies here as well, and this should be a good game. I don't know how Secret defend this at this point. Puppy is a range creep. He can't even get creeps, and his creeps don't do anything either. I mean, Fada doesn't have his ultimate. It's on cooldown for 60 seconds. Mid one does have buyback, but you saw there's what can he do really? The Bloodseeker is too powerful at this point, and he's too tanky. Even with the Radiance, it's not enough at this point. And we see the charge come in from 4Ev. It will hit onto Fada. It will zone him out. There's the buyback from mid one. Will they even be able to kill Febby here? He has the Blade Mail, and he has a pipe as well. He's way too tanky, and this will be mega creeps. And Secret have yet to call it, as they want to go for one last engagement here. Yapsor rolls in, but doesn't do anything. That will be mega creeps. That's a Dagon from MP. GG should be called soon. Maybe they're going to look for one last fight, as they feel like they have a chance to defend with the Ember Spirit, even against mega creeps. But I mean, this is most likely a GG, and they will get the kick back into the fountain onto Febby, but it doesn't matter. Yapsor's ruptured up. He's just going to have to run it out. Alright, he's not going to survive. The Dagon comes out. They're diving the fountain. Kyo actually dives too deep, dies, buys back immediately. He doesn't care. GG is called by Puppy, however, and Immortals will take the game 2 against Team Secret. And this will be a 2-0 victory for them in the group stage so far. And they're going to move on to fight up against LGD in the winner's bracket of the group stage. I don't know how the group stage actually works out, but I know they will be playing LGD next. So I might cast that, I might not. You'll see if I do upload it, but hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I'm still working on my observing. It's not the greatest. I'm sorry about that. It's kind of hard to track team fights with like this smooth camera track. It's a bit weird. I'm not used to it, but I will get used to it eventually. But I hope you enjoyed the casting as well. And again, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm doing this casting for most of the minors and the majors, and sometimes pubs. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.